guys, Yuri Elkaim here. I want to share a quick video with you because last night I had something really funny happen to me at U of T while we were training with our team in our off-season training. So I want to answer a very common question and a very big concept when it comes to fitness training in this video. And that's one of the most important elements of any kind of fitness training program needs to have this element in it. You have to look at what exactly are you training for. Are you, if we're talking about kind of working towards various athletic goals like running a certain distance or cycling or swimming or performing in a given sport, you have to ask yourself, how should I be training to maximize my performance in that given sport? It's a very important concept, and this is probably one of the most important concepts in fitness or strength and conditioning, and it's known as specificity. And basically what this the concept of specificity means that your body will adapt specifically to how you train it. And it's very, 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 very specific. So for instance, if you wanted to get a bigger bench press, if you wanted to bench press more, you could do thousands of push-ups, you could do dumbbell, right? You could do dumbbell chest presses, but they're still not going to be as beneficial to your bench press as doing a bench press. If you want to get better at squatting, spend more time squatting, right? So the concept of specificity is that whatever you want to be better at, spend more time doing that. Now, the other element to that is, okay, how can we strengthen other areas that will relate to a given exercise or movement that will enhance our performance? And this is where I had some fun last night. So we have one of our guys on our team, a relatively new guy. He's been with our team at U of T for just about a year. And so I've put together this incredible conditioning program for the guys. This, about five months of off-season training from early January all the way up until the summer. So we're kind of getting the guys used to some more Olympic lifts, so deadlifts. Then we're going to be getting into some push presses and hang cleans. If you don't know what these are, don't worry about it. They're basically big body, full body movements that help strengthen the entire posterior chain, so the back side of the body, which helps us be more explosive, and just a lot of really beneficial type of lifting for soccer. For instance, being able to jump higher, run faster, be more explosive. So these are the types of things that we're doing in the gym, not to mention the stuff we're doing in the field, but just in the gym with weights, the type of exercises that are somewhat specific to soccer and that kind of movement. So anyways, we have this one guy. I'm not going to mention his name. If he's watching this, I apologize. But I needed to use you as an example. So anyways, we have this one guy who's sitting. The whole team we're on the Olympic platforms. We're doing our lifts and stuff. Everyone's working up a good sweat, having a good time. And then I'm looking at the other side of the gym, and I see him over there, and he's sitting in one of those seated leg press machines. I'll just kind of demonstrate what it looks like. So he's sitting here. His legs are up, and he's cranking out these leg presses, and I'm like. So I'm looking at him, I'm like, what is he doing? So I go over and I walk over to him and I ask him, I'm like, exactly which program are you following? I don't remember putting this into any of my programs, and I don't think I've ever put together a program with a seated leg press. So he says, well, I'm doing a speed strength program. I'm doing this program to get fast and strong and powerful. I'm like, really? So what do you think we're doing over there? You think we're training to become slow and, big muscular bodybuilders? Not at all. So I asked him, I'm like, okay, well, is this a program that you put together for yourself? I mean, are you a professional strength conditioning coach? Is this what you do for your living? And he said, no, I got it off the internet. I was just doing a search for speed training programs, and this is what I came across. So I started laughing, and I told him, I'm like, listen, there's a reason that our program has been put together in a certain fashion, right? And I just gave him one example of this concept of specificity. So I asked him, I'm like, in a soccer game, let alone any time of your actual daily life, when are you doing this? How about never? So he thinks that by doing a seated leg press, he's going to get strong legs, and that's going to transfer to him being able to run faster, jump higher, and it doesn't. Okay? So this is the message I want to hit home. I just wanted to use that because it was just really funny, and I thought that you'd appreciate that. So here's, again, if you want, for instance, for soccer, right? We're on our feet, we're running, we're we're on 2 feet, we're moving around, right? Never are we on our back doing a leg press type motion unless we've fallen and we're kicking someone off the floor, which doesn't happen. So again, when developing programs, when looking at exercises for your given sport, for your given activity, look at the end result. Look at the movement that you're trying to get stronger at, and then spend more time doing that movement, okay? So if you're spending time on machines, and if you're seated down, doing like seated chest press, watching people walk by, you're wasting your time, okay? Look at your sport, look at your activity, and that's how you should model your training. And that's how I model all my training. Even when it comes to weight loss, burning fat, and getting in great shape, I take the example of athletic training, how athletes train, and I bring it to you. I bring it to the everyday person, because I know that not only do those exercises strengthen not only like specific sports, but they have a huge transfer to everyday life, right? Being able to, get up off a couch, or walk upstairs, or run down the street, or bend over and pick something up. There's a huge amount of transfer from that type of training to those exercises, and they're full body, which means they burn more fat because they involve more muscle, and you get stronger while you're doing them. So, whether you're training for a sport or whether you're wanting to burn fat, a lot of times the type of training you can do is very similar, and that's kind of the basis of my Fitter You Fitness program. If you haven't joined, then I'd highly recommend you doing so. But I just wanted to share this video with you today because the concept of specificity is one of the most important concepts when it comes to fitness training. And I just wanted to share that little example from our training session last night. So something to think about. Have a look at your training program, and if you're doing it on your own, or if you're just doing some random stuff, you may want to consider getting something a little bit more structured for your goals. I'm Yuri Elkaim. Thanks for listening to me and watching me doing my leg press on the couch, and I'll see you shortly.